Hi, good morning. Today is Sunday and it's a really nice sunny day, so I have a lot of work to do, unfortunately. Oh, there's a fly in here, I'm just gonna get him out. Yeah, I have a lot of work to do. Like, I've got to plan some shoots and sort of plan stuff for next week, and I have to measure things and get some stuff sorted for the house that I've kind of been trying to make decisions about and sort of just putting off. And you're like, all it takes is for me to go and get a tape measure from the drawer and measure it, but that's been too difficult for some reason. So obviously we've missed a couple of weeks worth of vlogs. I think I just got so stressed because we were meant to have our bathroom finished, and we were meant to be in London for 3 weeks and have our bathroom finished by the time we got back. However, our tiler cancelled on us the day before. He was kind of weird anyway, and he kept saying oh, I'll message you tomorrow about it, I'll message you tomorrow about it, I'll message you the next day. And literally the night before he said, I'm not gonna be able to do it now or anytime in the future. I think, to be honest, that he maybe he was a recommendation to us, but I think maybe he priced himself too cheaply, didn't want to do it anymore for some reason. I know. So I'm just seeing it as a blessing in disguise, because what it meant is that we found a really great tiler who was amazing, and he did exactly what we needed, because it's quite a complicated job because it was a wet room, and when you kind of feel like the other person maybe wasn't really listening to us, or didn't really like our ideas. He kind of made a comment about the pink grouting and stuff. And I just thought, I mean, I don't really care if someone likes my tiles or not, but you're just you just don't know how to say it, do you? Do you know what I mean? So I didn't get the best vibes from him anyway, so just you know what, the universe is just looking out for us. But that did mean that everything was delayed. So I had to come back to the house and get loads of things painted, and there was no bathroom, there was nowhere to go to the toilet, there was nowhere to shower, and I had to stay here for a couple of days. So I was just using the gym. As you can imagine, it was just quite stressful, and coming back to a house when it's not meant to be lived in at that point was really stressful, because it was just such a mess, which is no one's fault. It was just such a mess because it's a building site, I remember calling my mum and dad one day, and just they were are you okay? And I was breaking down. But when you just need to cry sometimes I just need to get it out. And then after that I was powering on through. I was I can do this. And at that point we'd got a tiler, so I was I know it's all going to be okay, it's going to work out in the end, it'll work out for the best. Unfortunately, it means that lots of things aren't really finished, but we do have a toilet now, we do have a sink, which is amazing. We have a shower, but we can't use it yet because it needs to be sealed, so we need to get a mastic guy in to do it. There's all these things that you just don't think about, but it's moving, it's great. But it's so funny because the old bathroom was obviously old, it was beyond a state of repair, and then coming back to no bathroom, I was God, I kind of wish I'd felt bad on being so harsh on the old bathroom, because at least we had somewhere that we could use. So it's exciting, and I'm really pleased with how the tiles and how the bathrooms come together. I'm gonna get on and drink my smoothie, and then the first thing I need to do is go and send some parcels. And so I'm gonna walk Sunday. I'm trying to get out early-ish because I just don't want it to be too hot for her. I'm gonna show you my outfit real quickly. So I've just got on these really old monkey shorts with my trainers, and this Ganni t-shirt, and then this gilet vest, I guess, from Damson Meadows. Sunday and I are just on our little new favourite walk. I'm saying that it's her new favourite, and she hasn't specifically told me that, but it's my new favourite, so that means it's her new favourite, because we are soul sisters, we are one. It's been such nice weather, so yeah, I found a new little walk, but then I'm actually gonna walk so we can walk through the woods and then to a Starbucks to get a coffee. So it's quite nice to have a little destination, when you're on your when you're on your walks. I had my Starbucks. That's the only issue with here, is that I wish there was just more independent coffee shops near where we lived. It would just be the cherry on top. But I guess you can't have everything. I don't know if I've said that before, but anyway. I'm listening to Nobody Panic podcast, and it's making me laugh. There's some gorgeous flowers on these trees. I don't know what they are. You can actually take a photo of it on your iPhone and then swipe up and it'll tell you what the flower is, which is just mind-blowing, isn't it? I'm sat outside in the sun, and I was just thinking that I'm so grateful that we didn't actually get rid of this Christmas tree, because we had loads of trees cut down last year because like we couldn't get onto the drive and we're going to build a studio in the garden, so we had to get them removed. And then we were debating about this Christmas tree, and our friend actually said that it might be good to leave it and see what happens, because we might be grateful for the shade it creates in our living room. So we left it, and it's actually really nice because I can come out here and sit out on the patio and when it's really sunny and have some really nice shade, and I'm able to do things like I'm just watching a vlog on YouTube now. But yeah, it was just a really good decision, so I'm so glad we did it. We waited to see. But I've also noticed that like it's got these little bits at the end. So, I mean, I didn't know they grew like this. I'm guessing this is normal, but it feels amazing. It feels almost like rubber at the ends. It's so cool. So yeah, it started sprouting. I mean, I kind of just thought they grew all year round because I know they're evergreen, but yeah, it's just been really nice to sit out in the garden. And Sunday is chilling under the table next to me as well. I was gonna make lunch with you, and then I was like, I can't vlog today. And then I ate, and then I realised that I was just probably a bit hungry. I'm due on my period tomorrow or today, like around now, so you know, and everything just feels hard and dramatic and awful, and it's not actually that bad. So I'm just going to put the dishes away, and I thought that instead of showing you what I had for lunch as an apology, I thought we could do some house updates, and I can tell you what we've had done, show you what's been going on, and also show you these date things that I've made, which are so tasty. They taste like, I mean, I don't even think that they taste like Snickers necessarily, but they taste like a great chocolate bar. So I'm gonna get these dishes away. Okay, the kitchen feels a little bit better. I can show you these date things. So they start off like this. You take the stones out of the dates and you lay them all flat, and then you put peanut butter on them and then melt chocolate. We used dark chocolate. We used 100% dark chocolate, but this is how they turn out. They should have been a bit neater than this, but we kind of messed up. But yeah, it's a date with some peanut butter and some chocolate, and they taste so good. We're obsessed with them. It's really hard to just not eat them all. But yeah, if you're looking for good dates, then we checked Asda, Sainsbury's and Waitrose, and Waitrose was actually the cheapest for dates, which I was really surprised at. And they also had the 100% dark chocolate, but I mean, I think it's sweet enough because the dates are really sweet, but just use any chocolate that you want. You could use milk chocolate if you wanted. Should we do some house updates? So my wardrobes are up. Can you believe it? They're not finished. I need to put handles on them, and they need to be decorated with like moulding and stuff. So I have a vision. And this room needs a lot of paint touch-ups because of just things being built in here and stuff. It's made marks, and yeah, I've actually bought some paint, which I colour matched. I colour matched the paint because it's got like scuffs on it. I colour matched the paint and in B&Q, and then I'm just going to paint over these bits. I tried it on a bit of wallpaper and it worked really well. So I'm going to do that at some point and then just touch up the wardrobes. But I feel like until the handles and stuff go on, there's just no point in doing them yet because they're just going to get scuffed again. So I'm just going to wait and then I'm going to do the whole room. I mean, there's a bit of wallpaper as well that's like gone funny in that corner, as you can see, so I need to try and fix that somehow. I think I'm going to have to like slice it open and then glue it down underneath. But yeah, there's a mark there somehow. I don't know how that got there. So we're now in the spare room, which I'm using to film. But we've had all the boiler ripped out of here. We've had these wardrobes ripped out and new wardrobes are going to go in here. So this is obviously looking very worse for wear, but it's just so nice to have this old boiler gone, which is the other one's gone in the loft. But yeah, there's like holes in here and this is all going to be wardrobes, imagine. And then this side, I've basically started on this wallpaper. Oh, I painted the ceiling green. So I painted the ceiling. I started the wallpaper because we need to get a radiator on there. Excuse my tripod, but we need to get a radiator on there. So I needed to do wallpaper, but I didn't want to do all the wallpaper because we're having building work done in here. I am so in love with this wallpaper. I think I might prefer it to the other wallpaper, but I don't know if it's just because this room is a bit nicer with the extra window there. So you get that light coming through. And the view here is really nice because you've got all these plants and stuff. So it feels like it's an extension of outside, which I just really love. And I just love this green that we went for. This is Lick Green 18. So yeah, this is how this room is looking right now. It's actually been really handy for filming. My slipper's on the floor. I'm not feeling that confident today, and I find that summer dressing can be really tough because you're obviously got more skin on show and you can't hide. So I'm trying just to ignore that and not look in the mirror, but it's just, I know it's like mainly PMS symptoms, but I just find that like trying on clothes from last summer is just really triggering, and just like summer clothes in general, like these are summer clothes that I've had for like a couple of years and maybe my body's changed or whatever, and so it makes it really tricky. And yeah, today I feel like rubbish about myself, but I'm just trying to move through it. And I think as well, like realizing that like George and I just haven't really been able to go to the gym that often, and I haven't got the mental capacity to like work on like fitness. And we also like have been eating really badly because we're really stressed, and sometimes we just take it out on like just going, and like we feel really sad, and like the build has been really difficult at times and we've been moving around, so sometimes we'll just go and eat loads of sugar and loads of crap because it just makes us feel better in the moment. And also sometimes we just like have been here, there and everywhere, and so we haven't been able to cook at home, or we haven't been at home to cook, and we've been eating out more. So yeah, like I just don't, even if I don't look any different from the outside, my brain is gonna think that I do anyway, because it's like, well, you haven't been eating very well and you haven't been exercising, so it's gonna see what it wants to see, not whether it's a reality there or not. Like I don't really know, I don't weigh myself anymore, so I don't actually know. But then when PMS comes around and then my clothes are tighter, because they are tighter every single month, it's the same thing, in my head I'm just like feel awful. And in a reality, maybe in a week or so it'll just be back to normal and my clothes will fit as they did last year. So yeah, that's why there's a brain dump for you there, but that's how I'm feeling today. But I'm just trying to get on with it. And I think just the summertime, if you struggle with any like body confidence issues or body issues or body dysmorphia or eating disorders, like the summer can be a really, really tricky time because of that. And yeah, I'm just sending you a big hug. I'm there with you, and just, we can get through it. You know, we've got through every single summer before, and it's going to be absolutely fine. You're worthy, you're lovable, you're perfect just as you are. I'm picking some fresh mint from the garden to put in water. It tastes so nice and fresh. I actually think it might be spearmint because it's quite sweet when it's in water, but it's just so nice. We also put this in tea sometimes, but it's just, I took about that much yesterday and put it in a jug, and yeah, I love it. It's just so cool that we can just get this from our garden. I give it a bit of a rinse. I'll take yesterday's out. It's been so nice to come out in the evening and read while it's not too hot, and I love hearing all the birds. But at the moment, I had to put down I DNF'd like 3 books this week. It was a really bad reading week for me. I started the Crescent City series, and I just found that it was just too complicated. She found a stick. I just found that it was too complicated. How can you take anything seriously when you've just got this going on in your life? Yeah, it was just too complicated, and it was quite, I want to say, grimy for me. It was set in a city. It wasn't as ethereal as the ACOTAR series was, I would say. And then there was another 2 books. Sarah Pascoe's Weirdo. I didn't enjoy that. I only bought that because I was in Smith's in London and I didn't have a book with me. And so I bought that on a whim because it was quite cheap. It was on offer and I didn't enjoy that. So I've gone for Clytemnestra, which is about a Greek myth. Anyway, it's telling the story. I love books about ancient Greece. One of my favourite books is The Song of Achilles, which I've actually bought again because I read that so long ago and I thought I'm actually going to reread it. I'm loving it so far. It was a bit weird because it's written in 3rd person. Strange to get used to, and you feel a little bit disconnected because of that, but I'm still really enjoying it. And even though there are a lot of characters in it so far, it's really easy to follow. I finished The Fourth Wing and Iron Flame books, and George is actually reading them now, and I found that they in parts were just really complicated, and I had to I found that they were really complicated in parts, and I just kind of had to skim over them and just hope that I would catch up by the end, which I did. But the ending of it was like so good, and there were so many good twists, so that kind of did make up for it. But yeah, I didn't enjoy it as much as ACOTAR, I have to say. I have ordered a load of books from World of Books, loads of second-hand books, so they'll arrive soon, so maybe in the next one we can talk about them. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying this, and this has rave reviews. Like, it's really, really well reviewed. It comes highly recommended by, loads of people. So I'm gonna sign off here, and thank you for your patience with these. I know they've been a bit slow, but yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.